came into the living room and looked at me. He says, "Oh, I feel awful." And he sat down on the couch, and he was sweating profusely. I ran to the kitchen to grab a cold cloth, and then when I came back, I thought, no, something's really wrong. And the phone happens to be right beside the couch. So I picked up the phone and dialed 911 right away.
And then I collapsed, or went to sleep, or whatever you call it, when I was sitting on the couch in the living room.
I remember receiving a 911 call from a panicked female who stated that her husband was acting weird and she needed help.
Then I realized that he wasn't breathing, so that's when I said to her, "He's not breathing!" And she started to instruct me as to what I should do.
She realized he was not breathing, and I instructed her to do CPR and continued through that until help arrived.
She was so calm, and I was so hysterical, but she just seemed to know exactly what to tell me. So I did feel that somebody knew what had to be done, and she was just telling me what had to be done.
And it sounds like she called 911 at the right time, nice and early, didn't wait too long. I think the dispatcher was huge in instructing her how to do CPR and check for breathing. And I think she did a great job, and yeah, I think CPR probably saved this man's life.
Firefighters, when they arrived, they continued the basic life support measures. They continued CPR and providing him with the breathing support that he needed. And they were also able to defibrillate him prior to our arrival. And when we arrived, we found that he had no pulse. He was unresponsive. He was not breathing. And we continued on with the resuscitation efforts at that point.
I went with the paramedics to hospital, helped them out, CPR, IV, access. And I remember, we shocked him, I believe, 12 times in the house and en route to the hospital.
The thing that's very unusual about this situation is that he did in fact get his pulse back after such a prolonged period of time. When people go for his total downtime from the time his heart stopped beating until the time we got a pulse back was somewhere in the neighborhood of, I believe, 35 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. Medically speaking, that's extraordinary.
I feel incredibly lucky. Really, it's just unbelievable how it turned out. It's just like almost, it's a miracle.
I completely give the credit to especially his wife for the fantastic CPR that she provided to him prior to the firefighters arriving and continuing those efforts. Without that, I don't think he'd be alive today.
I saw the cardiologist, my cardiologist, a few weeks ago, and he was quite surprised how quickly my heart healed. Like it was damaged, and within a few months I was pretty much back to normal. So it's been amazing.